Thank you for introducing me. Hello everyone. My name is Santhosh Kumar and I am part of Siemens PLM team. Today we will be talking about Siemens PLM solution, that is Team Center, and how it can benefit you to manage any design data, and particularly design data and documents coming out of Solid Edge application. So let's move. Before going into the details, let me talk about the Siemens industrial business in brief. So we are the #1 industrial software company. We have the revenue of around 3.4 billion euros. In fact, more than that. And we have spent, or we have $11 billion in mergers and acquisition in last 10 to 11 years. And we are top 10 software companies in the world. We are the #1 digital industries software, which covers factory automation, motion control, process automation software, including customer service. And across the world, we have 78,000 employees and around 14 billion in revenue. So let's move forward. Coming to Siemens PLM Team Center. Team Center is the Siemens PLM application name. So coming to this, this Siemens PLM solution is #1 solution trusted by more companies in every industry and of every industry size actually. It's built with all the latest technology and it's modern in its kind, and it's like enables digital transformations to develop the products of the future. So here we have Forrester Wave PLM report that recognizes Siemens and Siemens PLM software as #1 software. So if you can see in the right side of your screen, it says from the strategy point of view, which is on the x-axis, and from the offering point of view, which is on the y-axis, we are #1. So all our competitors in the PLM front, they are offering the PLM solution. They are behind us and they are much behind us. So apart from that, we have been rated, highest possible scores on 23 different criterias, including bill of materials management, design data management, requirements management, simulation data management, additive manufacturing, and so and so. So this is kind of validation and benchmarking you can see from a third party agency, and where we have been recognized as #1 PLM software. Now coming to the Siemens PLM Team Center application. So if you see here, we have different solution areas which are marked in the different box. So if you see, there are 3 rows on this screen. So the first row has been named as start row, where I'm hovering my mouse button, and then we have second row marked as extend row, and third is marked as transform row. So each of the rows has its own solution areas. Like first row, which we always suggest our customer to start with, which can manage your all your design data, all your documents, all bill of materials, and the processes. And when I say processes, it's like your workflow process to automate the process across your industry, across your organization, and then processes in form of change management process or the project management process, everything. So we always suggest, as I said, we always suggest our customer to start with the solution areas which are marked on the first row, and which is kind of to start this, get your organization and all your users adapted to the newly acquired PLM solution. And then in future, at any point of time, if you think your organization needs any other solution areas like manufacturing solutions or requirements management or supplier collaboration or a cost management, so all these solutions are very modular and these can be incorporated at any point of time. So once you have the solution which are marked on the first row, that means your application is ready for getting into any other additional or advanced solution. So you get the Team Center platform, you start with the necessary and the first basic solutions, and as in when required, you can add any other solution areas from the different offerings we have from Siemens PLM. Now coming to the Siemens PLM part, so why this is like good? So when we say it's like it offers starting from PDM to PLM, and which fits your business needs today as well as tomorrow. And this solution is quite fast. It is flexible, it's full featured and scalable. So when I say it's fast, it can be deployed in as short time of 1 week, depending upon your use cases you want to get it deployed. And then flexible is like fit your process, people and processes. Like, you can this application can be given to any number of people across different departments and different groups. And then full featured, it has all the necessary solution and the development uh, strategy to deliver all your product life cycle management needs. And then scalable, it grows as your business grows, so you can add any number of people in future without redoing any other thing in the future actually. So if you start with say like X number of people in the beginning, and after 6 months or 1 year, if you think that okay, I want the same solution to be extended to my additional departments and for additional people, that can be done very easily. So this solution supports like multi-CAD applications. Like this Siemens PLM solution can be integrated with multi-CAD. It provides a single source of repository or the database. So all your data and all your documents will be stored in single source. It gives you a growth path. It's faster to deploy and it provides a quick ROI. So considering like the solution is easy to deploy, it is easy to use, and it can be adapted very quickly, so you can get to see the return on investment very fast. And it also requires minimal IT expertise, so it's, as I said, it's easy to use and easy to deploy. You don't need a very large IT team to deploy and support this application. Now coming to Siemens PLM Team Center product overview. So we will talk about some high level feature and functionalities which comes with Siemens PLM application. So let me talk about multi-CAD data management, document management, simple process management, and platform and deployment. These are the key areas in the Siemens PLM system, which we recommend to any customer when they start with Siemens PLM system. So when I say manage designs, so it provides like it provides the feature and functionalities where you can find, share, and use all your MCAD data, ECAD data, including the SolidWorks, Solid Edge applications. And then cross domain basic MOM management. So irrespective of whether you are using Solid Edge, and in future if you may want to add any other CAD application because of any other region, you can manage all the parts and bill of materials coming from Solid Edge or maybe multiple CAD application at one place in one system. It also provides CAD neutral visualization. That means irrespective of the part or the product has been designed in different or multiple CAD system, you can see the data coming from different CAD application in Team Center or Siemens PLM application itself without having those CAD tools at your end. It also helps in the documents management. So when I say documents management, you can manage all major kinds of documents or the files in the Team Center PLM at the relevant place. And when I say relevant place, it's at the same place where you are managing all your product and the part data in the Siemens PLM application. And we also have a very strong feature, that is like we have a strong Microsoft Office integration with Siemens PLM application, and that provides a lot of feature like you can log into Siemens PLM application directly from Microsoft Office applications like Word application or MS Excel, and from there itself you can log in, you can perform all major activities like searching for a part revising a part, checking in, checking out a part or a product or a document. So all these activities you can do directly from MS Office documents, provided you have access to the PLM system. Our application also comes with pre-configured and custom reports. So lot many reports are pre-configured, like BOM report, or say like a weight roll-up report or cost roll-up reports. If you have weight information in your product, if you have cost information on the parts and component in the product, it can give you a pre-configured report which you can quickly generate. And apart from that, you can also build several other reports which may be specific to your organization. So those reports can be custom developed and it can be deployed very quickly with the Siemens PLM application. And then we have managed processes. So as part of that, we have lot many processes to lot many workflows to automate your process with pre-configured workflows. And when I say pre-configured, it comes with many workflows with the system itself. So we have, pre-configured the application with lot of standard workflows after studying, small and medium enterprises specifically, like how the processes goes on. So based on that, there are a lot many workflows which comes with the application itself, which you can use from day one itself. And then you can also manage product status and the release process, meaning like, once the either the design or a drawing or a document which gets created or which gets either modified, so you can manage the status of each of them. So like, at what stage they are, whether this is released or in working process. So generally what happens once you mark the design or a document as released, meaning everything is done, reviewed and verified, then those documents or the design data is marked as released, so that you can send it to your downstream system, meaning you can send it to the manufacturing or production system. Like those departments can see it, and then definitely they can start working on it, considering this is the final version of the product or the documents I have. And then as part of process, we also provide a engineering change management process. This is a workflow based change management process where you can manage all the changes. And when I say all the changes, like any organization goes with the product or the components or the parts coming out from any organization, definitely at some point of time, because of whatsoever reason, it goes through certain changes. So you can start managing your changes in a very effective and a systematic manner, meaning if someone has found any problem or because of any other reason, this change has to be done. So how the change process will move, who is going to do the changes, who is going to approve the changes, so all those things will be taken care using the automated workflow which comes with the application itself. And then we have platform and deployment. So as I have already discussed, it's very easy and fast to deploy, meaning the installation can be done very quickly. And then we have pre-configured groups and roles which comes with the application. So there are a lot many groups and the roles, like engineering group or manufacturing group. And similarly, we have already pre-configured roles like designer or the project managers or the manufacturing engineers or the bill of materials manager. So all those different roles comes with the pre-configured with the system. But apart from that, if you need any other groups and roles, that can also be created very quickly in the Team Center application. And then we also have data security. So data security nowadays is very, very important. So we have, we have the feature of keeping the data secure so that no authorized access can happen on the data which is part of the PLM system. So only people who has the access to the data should be able to access it, or maybe like, if they have just view rights, they should be able to only view the data. Or if someone has modify rights, then only those people would be able to modify or change the data. So let's see a little more on the design data management part. So as I said, our system can be tightly, or PLM Siemens PLM system can be tightly integrated with Solid Edge application. And then as part of that, what you get is you get embedded Siemens PLM application in Solid Edge itself. And as I said, since PLM application will be embedded with Solid Edge, you can you can create, you can search, you can open, you can edit any, you can revise any CAD data directly from the Solid Edge application without going into PLM applications separately. So these two applications, Solid Edge and Siemens PLM application, will be integrated, and these two will work in sync, so that from Solid Edge application itself, you can do all high level activities of searching any data, opening any data, loading it, making any changes, and saving it back into the Team Center. And it gives you a single view of product data along with engineering processes and status, so that you can look into it, whether it is released design data or it is in working status. So all those things you will be able to see directly from your Solid Edge application. It also provides CAD neutral visualization to share beyond CAD authoring tools. So that's a very important, or I will say beneficial feature, where like anyone, say for example design team has created a lot of 3D designs or the drawings, and you want to share it to your downstream system like manufacturing department or production department, so you can directly share those designs and drawings or maybe some files to the downstream system, even if those people do not have access to 3D applications. So Teamcenter provides this CAD neutral visualization feature and functionalities, using which the manufacturing team or a production team, maybe a quality team or procurement team, they would be able to see the 3D data or a drawing or a file which is part of the PLM system. So now coming to now coming to other CAD applications. So if you see, Siemens PLM system is future ready, where in case if you have solid edge currently, but in future because of any reason if you add any other CAD application, so in that scenario you will be able to integrate Siemens PLM system with other CAD application parallelly apart from solid edge, and that's like all major CAD tools can be integrated with Siemens PLM system. And even if like you have one or multiple CAD applications integrated with Teamcenter, you get a single view of product data along with engineering processes and status, and all the revision and version control of the product. You can manage it directly, and you can also exchange the design with customers and suppliers. So Teamcenter PLM comes with a benefit where you can download some data, you can send it to your vendors or supplier, just in case if they just want to see the designs which has been created, and based on that they can perform their work more effectively and more efficiently. So CAD neutral visualization, we have already talked about it, where using this CAD neutral visualization feature, you can share the design data or a drawing to any other people, any other person who is part of the system, irrespective of they have a CAD application with them or not. So even if they don't have a 3D CAD application, they can definitely see the 3D data or a drawing in the Teamcenter PLM itself. And apart from that, you can also do a lot of high level activities on the 3D design data. Like you can check dimensioning, you can do cross sectioning, you can also do markups which can help the downstream people, like how what's the dimension of it, or any markup you want to provide in form of notes. So all those things can be done as part of this CAD neutral visualization feature. So we have seen the high level features, but just to tell you, like, as I said, Siemens PLM application is future ready. And if you see any CAD application which is available in the market, so it can be integrated with that. And apart from mechanical CAD, Siemens PLM application, which is Teamcenter, which can be integrated with electrical or electronics CAD, whether it's like Mentor pads, Mentor Expedition, LTM, Cadence, Jucane. So all those things, all those different electrical as well as mechanical CAD applications which is available in the market can be integrated with Siemens PLM application very easily. And coming to the document management part, as we have been talking about documents. So as I said, apart from your design data, whether in form of parts or components or bill of materials, you can easily manage the relevant documents, whether it's a product related document or part related document, whether it's a document coming from different OEM or different suppliers, whether it's a customer specification. So all those documents can be managed in Siemens PLM system without without worrying about where I need to save it. And you can save or you can manage those relevant document at a right place. When I say at a right place, means the document relevant with a part you can save along with the part data. So all your 3D data, meaning design data or the drawing as well as the documents, will be there at one place, so that you don't have to search for the design data separately and the document separately. So it saves, and Teamcenter saves and manages these design data as well as documents at a relevant place very easily, and that can be reused, that can be searched very easily from the system. So if you see, there are other feature and functionalities coming as part of process management. So our application comes, as I was talking about, our application comes with lot many workflows which comes pre-configured with the system. Like it could be, development release workflow or a production release workflow or change management workflow. So we have many workflows which comes with the application. It's pre-configured. On top of that, if you want to incorporate or create new workflow processes which may be required as per your specific use case at your organization, that can also be done. So if you see it here, there are some workflows which has been named and which comes with the application itself. And also, there are a lot of status which you can put, like, on your part or documents, meaning like, your part or the document is development released or production released. And also you can mark some of your parts which are not in use or which should not be used as obsolete. So all those things are there as part of Siemens PLM system. And we also, suggest, like, we have a very robust and a strong, feature in form of search and reuse. So once you have lots and lots of data inside the PLM system, how do you search it? So we have several criteria using which you can search the existing data. And when I say data, it could be design data, it could be drawing data, it could be files, it could be PDF document, it could be a Word document, it could be any document in the system. And as it is shown here on the screen, there are some criteria which comes out of the box, like, what is the name of the document, what is the name of the document or design data or a part. So you can search by name, description, type, user, group, created before, created after, modified before. So like this, or the release status. So these are the search criteria which comes by default. But apart from these criteria, you can build many other criteria in the Siemens PLM system, using which you can search any part or document very easily in the PLM system. So these are just indicative criteria which comes by default with the system. But on top of that, there are n number of criteria can be developed using which you can search the data and part or the documents in the system. And here, platform and deployment, we have talked briefly. So as I said, it's very quickly and fast. It can be deployed, it can be adapted, and the users can start using from day one itself. It's quite intuitive. But even in that scenario, if the user needs any, at the time of installation and setting up the system, uh, either Siemens or Siemens partner can provide the training and handhold the users so that they can start using it quite fast and quite effectively. And apart from that, as I was saying, a lot of groups and roles which comes with pre-configured with the system. So if you see it here, we have engineering, like groups like engineering, and then we have management, we have manufacturing, we have shop floor. So these are groups, and within that, if you see author, checker, and manager, these are roles. You just have to get the users created and attached with certain group and roles, and they are good to go. So all the access will apply automatically, all the rights which has been given to that particular group or role, so they can start working in the PLM system with the given rights, either at the group level or at the role level or at the user level. Coming to the data security part, so as I said, we have multiple layers of security which comes with the PLM system. So one is authorization, one is authentication, one is auditing. So authorization is something like what kind of access you have on the data. So someone may have just view access, someone may have modify access, so that you can set it as per the need of the user or the role or the group they are part of. And then authentication is something like for entering into the PLM system, any user has to use a user ID and password, without which the user will not be able to access the PLM system, and they will not be able to see any data in the system itself. Auditing is something like all major activities can be tracked, like who has revised certain part, who has deleted certain component or part, or who has done certain activities with a document or a part or a product or a component. So all those things on a high level can be tracked, like show me all the activities by certain user in this month. So all the high level activities can be tracked in form of auditing. So that comes by default with the PLM application. Now I'm coming to the benefit part, like with the multi-CAD data management, you can store, find, reuse, and share data with multi-CAD and across design, change, and beyond. Document management, as we have discussed, like you can create and manage all sorts of document and manage the entire product life cycle of the document, like a design. And then simple process management, we have many processes in form of workflow and the changes which comes with the system, and you can start using from day one itself. Platform and deployment, we have seen like, start quickly and then start working with the application quickly in production. And the application is quite intuitive in nature that can be used from day one itself by different designers and the people part of the system. Apart from that, we have lot many feature and functionalities. So this is shown here, like in form of whether it's a multi-CAD data management or solid edge integration or document management, simple process management, configurable roles and groups, platform and deployment, and so and so. So how it helps? Like it helps in the transformation through the Siemens PLM, like, from a disconnected business process to digitalized process, right? From design to manufacturing, from a manual paper-based process to system-driven, transparent, repeatable process. Even the person-dependent knowledge management, you have a product or a system-based data management and the process management. And then from manual and paper-based change management, you have a systematic workflow-based systematic process to manage all your changes. So this gives you, a data-driven, fact-based decision-making capacity or the capability after using this system. And definitely once you have these things, that will help you in driving down your operational cost. Transparency and visibility will be much better, and the agility and how your users are working, that will be improved drastically. Okay, let's talk about Siemens PLM solution in the cloud space. So we are a cloud ready solution, which our Siemens PLM application can be deployed in the cloud, and any user who are connected with internet, they can start using this solution. So meaning, if your organization decides to deploy in the cloud, definitely your users who can be anywhere on this earth, they can, when they have internet connection, they can access the Siemens PLM application. So irrespective of which place they are located, they can access it. So let's talk about little more about cloud deployment. So the Siemens PLM application, which is deployed in cloud, we say it as Teamcenter X. So what is Teamcenter X? Teamcenter X is Teamcenter and more. Why more? Because it's a cloud SaaS delivery. When I say SaaS, it's software as a service. It comes with many pre-packaged features and solutions like workflow, user, roles, lot of services package, which comes with the Teamcenter X, and which you can choose, like, which services package you want to choose and get it deployed. It also comes with a lot of e-learning and online learning using, like, which can be used by different users of your organization to get accustomed to Teamcenter X. So this is an instant on PLM. It grows with you. When I say grows with you, it can be expanded and extended to any other user in your organization. It is built on a Mendix cloud platform. It's very modern and very, intuitive platform, which connects, which helps to deploy in the cloud, and through which, user can access it very easily. So with the Teamcenter X, you get these features quickly, like, you get all the feature of like finding information through search and navigation. You get the CAD integration feature quickly, immediately. You get document management, you get bill of materials management, you get change management, you get process and workflow. So we have talked about it before, right? So all those features, high level features of a product lifecycle management application, you get it immediately and quickly with the cloud deployment of Teamcenter. So why PLM in the cloud? If I talk about it, it increases the reliability. And why so? Because it is in the cloud and it is managed by Siemens itself. So you don't have to worry about, like how my environment is doing, and what if my environment, goes bad, and what if my people who are supporting the environment is not available and I need some support. So all those things will go away, and you will have a better reliability, because Siemens itself will be managing your cloud deployed environment in form of Teamcenter X. It reduces a lot of overheads, like you don't have to worry about, hardwares and the servers you need to purchase in the traditional model. And definitely it costs lower. So if you compare the cost of hardware, if you compare the cost of, admin person or the support person, you don't have to worry about that, because Siemens is taking care of the environment. And global access, as I said, the application can be accessed from anywhere, provided the person has an internet connection. So let's see a very high level difference between Teamcenter X, which is Teamcenter in the cloud in SaaS model, And then on-premise is the traditional way of deploying Teamcenter. So let's see in on-premise case first. So in on-premise, it operates on Windows or Linux, and either you or you have a partner or you have people to operate the on-premise server and the environment. But in case of Teamcenter X, it's a SaaS model where I say software as a service. So you just have to subscribe, like which all different solution area you want to use. Siemens will operate it. The pricing is per user pricing. It is instant on. When I say instant on, we deploy the solution in Teamcenter X much quickly. It's in as short span time of few days to few weeks, depending upon the use cases. It grows with you, always up to date. Like Siemens will take care of upgrading the environment and making it fully updated with the latest version. And it also comes with the standard support, which is anyways there. Like if any case, if something goes bad, Siemens will take care of it. If you see it here, like the difference between traditional or on-premise IT scenario and the Teamcenter X SaaS scenario. So if you see in the traditional model, everything has to be taken care by the organization who is going to deploy Teamcenter. Like the data inside the environment, application, runtime, database, operating system, virtualization, physical servers, network, storage, data center, everything. But in case of Teamcenter X model, except the data, everything will be taken care by the Siemens team, like the Siemens SaaS team. So how the application is doing, what's the runtime requirement, database, operating system, virtualization, servers, network, storage, data center, everything will be managed and will be taken care by the Siemens SaaS team. And that's where you will see a lot of benefit, like a lot of immediate benefit. You don't have to spend money on managing these things, especially like the network, server, storage, and the management part of it. So that's the quick benefit you get as part of Teamcenter X. So we have here, like the very important thing I just wanted to tell is we have a free trial environment ready. So if you want, you can just search Teamcenter X free trial in the internet, and then it has a it will give you the link, and you just have to fill up certain things like what's your organization names and details about it, and then you will be provided with a Teamcenter X free trial environment for 30 days. And then you can see all the high level features and the functionalities available in the environment. So that's a absolutely free of cost cloud environment, which you can access it, have a look and feel of it, and it's a guided one. So once you start the environment, it will tell you where to click and what to do to complete certain basic operations, so that even if you don't have idea, you can still go inside the environment, and using the guided tour or guided instructions, you can do lot many things. Like you can search certain part, you can already your environment comes with lot of data and documents and the processes inside it. And by default, as of now, we have given NX application integrated with Teamcenter X. But anyways, like CAD application is CAD application. There would be slight changes, but you can have a look and feel like how it works with NX. Similarly, it can be deployed with Solid Edge and other CAD application also. So I will strongly suggest you, like if you are interested in Teamcenter, just go onto the internet and just type Teamcenter X free trial, and you will get the link. Just fill up some of the basic information about your organization, and you are good to go with accessing the free trial environment for 30 days. So now I'm coming to the some references. So I can just put some of the references. If you see, apart from OEMs and tier 1, tier 2 suppliers, machine manufacturers, so our application is deployed across industry segment, and all major players are using Teamcenter PLM for their PLM application or for their PLM needs. And if you see here sector wise, so if you see like aerospace and defense, automotive, transportation, machinery and industrial equipment, high tech, and building, energy, CPG, and life sciences. So all big and all major companies across the industry segment are using Teamcenter for their PLM needs. And top 15 companies in the Fortune 500 list, all are using, except one, all are using Teamcenter PLM. So I have come towards the end of my presentation, and now I will hand it over to the host. Thank you.